mentoring because I belong to the international network of mentors, global network mentors. There are people I don't know them. They are assigned from the Netherlands, from Egypt, from Cuba. Then you have to mentor them. Young guys, and we are doing it. So if you are doing business, if you are here as a top CEO in Ashanti region, why don't you take steps and continue to help others? And say, Ghana, if you want to help others, if you are not careful, those who want to help will destroy you. And help 5 people, at least, few of them will come back. If you are afraid of helping, you are afraid of you being undermined, stress because of your attitude, of your love to help people, then you cannot do anything. And if you cannot develop as a nation, as a region, we need to go beyond. Don't be satisfied with what you have. The world is big. The Ashanti region is within the world, it is within Ghana. And therefore, if you look at Ghana as an entity and Ashanti region, and you want to explore ideas and develop it, just see how we can grow as people. And so, once you have the partnership, and here I also talk about partnership with government, private entity, both local and international. Here, let's look at the current situation, the business environment. Because the team at this time is appropriate. I was there 2019, doing the same thing when I came as acting vice chancellor. Yeah, I will represent my vice chancellor. And we look at the team, but this team at this time, I look at it and ask myself, in the microeconomic indicators, businesses are not able to plan when you have the exchange rate unstable, but that's not the thing. The question we are asking, are we taking advantage of the micro indicators to really understand inflation is around 13% now for somewhere? So the outlook is good. If you take advantage of this, you can put a lot. The government is talking about some 24 hours or whatever. Yeah, if you want to unleash business opportunity, is there anything there for us to look at? Can we go to government and say, I have this idea, and I want to develop it within the design of policies that we have? Is there anything for me? And I trust you. You will find something to do. And the only way we can develop business is you are existing business you want to expand. You also have to go along the same line to ensure that you identify opportunity for expansion. If it's financial, you don't pay me hard cash. Just have somebody introduce you to the system, the right people, and the right opportunity, and you will make it. So, it's a good thing to be here once again, be recognized, because once we have been selected, it means that the world has seen your work, and we are happy about what you have done. But don't stay there, because there are greater more opportunities for us than we have accomplished now. And I will also say that the one that is not from me, that's why I put this one I say. We talk about macroeconomics. How is it reflecting our daily life? We are all business people, CEOs, but you're also consumers. When I walk around, I say, oh, you say the system is stable. Exchange rate is now stable. Inflation is coming down. But businessmen are not reducing prices. Is it the case that you want to wait and see over the year, you know, the city are not very predictable? Is it that you want to wait and see? But I think that most of you have sold the old stock. Now, those of us who are just ordinary people who go to the market and buy, the only way you can understand this whole economic content is that when I go and I see reduction and I'm going to buy items and use. It would be nice, interesting, if Ghana was out one day and the businessmen in Kumasi decided to reduce prices by 10%, 5%. Because when Kumasi are something, people listen. big from this region. I don't want to mention who are the businessmen who are holding the fort. So when you speak from here, the nation will listen. So I challenge you that do this for us. But there are many people listening. They are not fortunate like you. The market that you all go to is for the poor and the rich. You don't have market for the poor people. So the only thing you can do to help the poor people is to make sure that you will do whatever you have to do to also remain in business. So I'm charging you, let's look at the opportunity, let's help our people, let's see the impact of the economic indicators. Otherwise, there's no point in saying that the city is stable, trade is coming and going. It makes no sense to the other person. So thank you so much for the opportunity.
What is the media? Okay. It's like
I'm happy to see you here, and your story will inspire most of us. God bless all of us, the organizers as well, and we will continue to thrive in our business. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Thank you very much for your time. Since you are in Massey, in Ashanti, Center of Ghana, if you are here, let me recommend Malaysia Palace Museum. Very nice place to learn about Ashanti culture and heritage to everyone who is interested in learning Ashanti culture and heritage. No wasting much time, before we get to the conference, Flavor Dance Theatre will have to entertain us with a nice cultural dance. Are you ready, boys? Okay, let's see what we have for us. so much, Prima Theatre. Ladies and gentlemen, representing the Ashanti Regional Minister, Mr. Samuel Oduaji, is the Human Resource Manager. Is he around so that we can please? Thank you so much for making this occasion. Thank you, sir. We truly appreciate you being here for us. The conference is about to start. But before that, the whole event is being streamed live on the Ashanti platforms. If you take your phone right now, go to Facebook, you can see it's streaming live over there. And also our radio studio also streaming live. Thank you so much. Culture Center also have a nice and beautiful tourist attraction you can also join. Apart from visiting the National Palace Museum, a whole lot of beautiful sites, beautiful tourism in the Ashanti Kingdom. Don't lose time. Go around and you want to love it. Ladies and gentlemen, let's all put our hands together for Dr. Aaron Soa. I did for a brief and short announcement. Please, let's Thank you so much, Doctor. I hope I got your name right. I'll pronounce it. All right, thank you.
Thank you very much for the opportunity. My name is Aaron Soa
Anyete. Okay.
Distinguished guests, esteemed royalty, members of the business executive, fellow entrepreneurs, captains of industries, innovators, ladies and gentlemen, all those who visit. Good evening. It is both an honor and privilege to stand before you at this prestigious gathering, the second edition of the Ashanti Business Merit Awards and Conference. I thank the organizers for the invitation and for the excellent job for a choice of today's theme, unleashing the entrepreneurial energies of Ghana's Ashanti region. This is a timely conversation because if we are honest with ourselves, the potential of Ashanti region isn't just great, it is unmatched. Introduction. Ashanti region, rich in more than gold. The Ashanti region is historically known for its rich culture, vast natural resources, and legacy of craftsmanship. We are often celebrated for our gold, Kete, Cocoa, and of course, our pride and heritage. But beneath this proud identity lies another powerful resource, entrepreneurial energy. From our market community this year, our artisans in soil, our innovators in Kumasi, our farmers in Nigeria, and our small business owners across the districts, Ashanti is not short of dreams. What we must now ask is, are we doing enough to turn these dreams into sustainable energies, sustainable businesses? The current reality, fire is there. Yes, the fire is there, but is it focused? Entrepreneurship in Ashanti is not new. What is new is the scale and structure needed to truly unleash it. Many young people are eager, first, skilled, and innovative. But what is lacking is access. Access to funding, access to mentorship, access to markets, and access to policy support. We are witnessing a generation that is no longer waiting for jobs. We are creating jobs. But the question we must all answer is, are we creating the right environment to truly unleash this energy and scale? I'll give a personal example and use Sage as a point of reference. Sage started not from a foreign land, not supported by any foreign entity or investor, locally grown root, not with a very big budget. In January 2019, we started the old vision to be the leading for dental care and health smiles across the country, and a mission to bring quality innovative dental services in a friendly, safe environment. We believed that dental health care did not have to be reactive, but it could be preventive, educative, and even entrepreneurial. For one clinic in the Guapa, we grew to another in Honjo, and then to another in Rome, and we are still expanding, reaching thousands of clients, hundreds of families, several communities, work writing jobs, training dental assistants, and integrating digital technology into dental healthcare. Our story is proof that with focus, integrity, and community trust, businesses from Ashanti can flourish. But we did not do this alone. We were supported by bold partnerships, efficient systems, and a team that believes that excellence is not just an occurrence, it happens. And this is what every startup and small, medium enterprises in our region is there. Support structures and not just slogans. At this juncture, I would like to look at a few pillars for unleashing entrepreneurial energy. One, education that meets enterprise. We need to shift from rote learning to skills-based learning. Our training institutions, universities, and even senior high schools must align curriculums to real-world business needs. Let us teach innovation, financial literacy, digital skills, and of course, customer service. We may have it all, our skills, that your relationship with your clients is what matters to the clients the most. Two, access to funding that works. Microfinance and youth funds must be structured to be accessible, transparent, and results-driven. Many young people don't need a million Ghana cedis. All they need probably is just 100,000, just 10,000 Ghana cedis to start a business with the right coaching and supervision. Three, business incubation and mentorship. Let us set up more incubators and business hubs in the Ashanti region, not just in Accra. I am from Accra, but Ashanti is my home. Our entrepreneurs need physical and virtual spaces where ideas are refined, products are tested, and strategies are sharpened. There is a hidden business potential in every Ashanti man, to paraphrase the words of the keynote speaker. Thank you, sir. 4, digital infrastructure and technology. The world has gone digital, and so must our businesses. E-commerce, mobile payments, online branding, AI tools, etc. All these should be accessible to the young cocoa seller as much as to the tech startup. Government and private sector synergy. We need local government agencies to be pro-business, not bureaucratic. Taxes, permits, land access, utility services must all support and not stifle growth. The private sector must create supplier and vendor pipelines that deliberately include local startups. And case in point is just this week, our clinic needed to get a document from one of the government agencies. We already have that document in the system, but we couldn't find our original. We just needed a new original from them, and it took around himself almost 5 hours just waiting in that office for the documents. Imagine this way it started. It just puts the person off and deter the person from even accessing government facilities. So our elders, would you please talk about that? Thank you. The role of entrepreneurs, this is a short one. Entrepreneurship must not just be about making money. It's about solving problems, transforming lives, and creating systems that will outlive you, the entrepreneur. As entrepreneurs, we must commit to building with integrity, training others, and paying it forward. We have been helped. So in the future, anybody who needs our help, we also offer that kind of help to the person. This is the true Ashanti spirit, not just to succeed alone, but to raise others with us. What then is our call to action? Let us build a new Ashanti economy. And let me leave you with this hope. The next era of Ashanti greatness will not be mined from the earth, but it will be built through enterprise, innovation, and partnerships. Let us invest in our people. Let us support our SMEs. Let us create policies that reward boldness. Let us raise the enormous of Ashanti region. Let us build our economy where the local team can export, the students can innovate, and the trader can still build and make peace. Let us unleash the entrepreneurial energies of the Ashanti region, not tomorrow, but next year, starting today. Thank you for once again granting us the opportunity to share our views. And to the organizers and fellow speakers and other entrepreneurs here, thank you for the presence. Together, we can build a legacy of innovation, growth, and resilience from Kumasi to the world. As our people say, America to the whole galaxy. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Doc.
We have a lot of questions that
We want to ask. Ladies and gentlemen, that was
nice presentation by Doc. A round of applause for Doc.
thank you so much.
I think that is for the CEO of Multi Precision Engineering and Consultancy, Mr. Anthony Monford. Joining us. Please, let's give it back. Let's give it back.
Thank you so much.
CEO, when you can, I want to say the slide for us. I think Nananum and this beautiful guest probably have 1 or 2 questions. After the questions, we all networking, going around, exchanging contact with people after the presentation, after the questions. Yes, thank you so much.
Good evening to you all. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, I'm honored and highly humbled to be asked to address this esteemed gathering tonight, focusing on the crucial topic of unleashing the entrepreneurial energies of Ghana's Ashanti region. As you all agree with me, so far as Ashanti region is concerned, it is having rich culture, which is unprecedented. The culture has been from centuries, and it is still being upheld to. And this is something that nobody can take it from the Ashanti region. Yeah. It is historical, and apart from that, we also have natural resources everywhere. You go to Ashanti Gold Coast, you go to so many other places. Ashanti Gold Coast now known as Gold Ashanti. We have Konongo mine some years back, and there's a lot of mineral resources in the Ashanti region. We also have a land of immense potentials. In Ashanti region, as you are all aware, we have our women who sometimes you see them early in the morning. There's a place they call Masom. You see these women early in the morning being there. What are they doing? They are business-minded people. And all they do is to create and make sure that at least they have something for a living. Now, our people are renowned for their creativity, business-mindedness, resilience, and enterprising spirit. Qualities that, if had, can drive sustainable economic growth and transformation. However, the path of entrepreneurship in our region is not without its challenges. Many aspiring entrepreneurs face limited access to capital, financial services, making it difficult to start or expand businesses. Inadequate infrastructure such as unreliable electricity, which we are all aware, popularly known as doomsday. This is something that has also been worrying us. We still have issues with poor road network, as this also hampers productivity and market access. Furthermore, bureaucratic hurdles from government institutions and limited access to business development training, stifle innovation, and discourage risk-taking. Nananom, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, another pressing issue is the youth unemployment, which is in its ascendancy. Our young people are brimming with ideas and full of energy, but they often lack mentorship and support system necessary to turn their dreams into reality. This situation has become popularly known as a slogan that we all know, to whom you know. I have to employ or engage a national service personnel whose name had been put now Anglo-Good Ashanti Diapre. It was called Ghanaian Golfers. When they called me, an expert took my hand and then walked me straight to the admin and asked the personnel officer to take me to go and do my medicals. The next day, I was working. Can we talk about the same thing today? My brothers and sisters, isn't it so pathetic that the youth of today are struggling because there's no one to assist them? It's so sad. I would therefore encourage the government institutions, the private sector, and the civil society to allow an open and fair playground for all. We must also address the need to embrace digital technology, which is rapidly transforming the global business landscape. Let me say a little bit about multi-prestige engineering and consultancy. As an organization, it wasn't easy for us. We render engineering services to the mining companies, both in country and out of country. Hard work and resilience. But at a point in time, you get the big guys in the industry that will also be trying to do their own thing, just to, get what you are fighting for. We are specialized in training workers with our sister companies, Sebraco. The job that we do is that we have decided that as an organization, our goal has always been to mentor unemployed youth, more especially those with engineering background and other professionals. And it is something that we do. As we speak, we have some young engineers here that we use in executing the Ahafo North, Newmont Ahafo North project, which has just been completed. And these are young men, Ghanaian young men, that were taken straight from school and trained to deliver. And I'm so happy we have delivered successfully. And it is something that is there for all to see. To finally bring my speech to 100, I'm saying that to unleash the full entrepreneurial potential of the Ashanti region, ladies and gentlemen, we must invest in education, like my colleague said. We must invest in education, improve infrastructure, streamline regulatory processes, which is something that is killing us. The bureaucracy in the system is not easy. Something that should take just a couple of minutes to do, it will take days. And that is not helping us as a nation. This is something that we should all try to put an end to. We must also foster a culture of mentorship and collaboration. Let us come together as one people with one nation and one destiny. Government, private sector, the civil society. Together, we can create an environment where entrepreneurship thrives. More jobs created for the region to lead our nation into a prosperous future. Together, we stand. Divided, we fall. May the Lord God bless us all and make this conference and award night a successful one. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Engineer. Now, ladies and gentlemen, there is time for everything. And this time, the floor is being open for questions, either to Doctor or Engineer. The floor is open. Anyone here who wants to ask either engineer or doctor some question, sending their brief. So do you want to say something? What do you want to say? Anything? You're now thinking. I'm also thinking. Engineer, my first question. Engineer, since we're in the mining sector, we cannot talk about mining without the sea. What is your ideal solution to solve this Ghanaian economy?
This is a technical question. And it is impregnated with a lot of political connotations. To be honest with you, Galamsey, gold mining in particular is not a bad thing to do. It is very good because it is going to help grow the economy of our nation. But the unfortunate thing is about the approach, the process, the methodology that is used. I get sad. Recently, on my way to Takwa, on the stretch from Atogwasi, going to Dukor to Wasa area there, I asked myself, I remember when I was a kid, our grandmother used to, take us to Takrade with a train. And when you get to that bridge, you see how clear the river of Fin was. But here now, it's money. Even if you want to make money, at least we should be a bit responsible. We shouldn't go to the extent of damaging or destroying our water bodies. There is a process that is used in the mine industry. When you go to the approved mining companies, you cannot even spill anything that comes. There's water bound or there's a bound that protects any spillage so that it doesn't enter into the water body. There's a way we can do this. I will therefore appeal to Nanam in particular because the lands belongs to you, and also appeal to the politicians that at least we should have a proper way of doing this without fear of favor. It shouldn't be like I belong to this political party or that political party and therefore I'm untouchable. If we destroy the land today, our unborn generation will have nowhere to live and even have potable water to drink. I believe we can do better than what we are doing now. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Engineer. All right, I can see your hands up. So since we are all talking about networking, you mentioned your name, small portfolio, and question for us.
My name is Ambrose Jabel from Bogwasi. Actually, I'm a man engineer by profession, but I'm into serious farming, specifically very soon you will see piggery. Now, the question he asked was, what can we do in terms of doing galamsey safely or whatever? As an engineer, what I can say, galamsey is a very difficult work. What the government needs to do is to create jobs. If there are jobs, those who are doing the galamsey, they will go and do it. That's why he says it's a sensitive issue. If you clear them off, they will ask you, give us job. Where is the job? The CEO sitting here can create that job. You mentioned the program about getting loan. He goes and they say it's 40%. How can he make profit with 40%? So, in a way, it's unfortunately most high governmental guys are not here. Lower the loan for the CEOs who will then create job by expanding their businesses. And gradually the guarantee will come down. Let me repeat, guarantee is a very difficult job and the people are dying. But it's just like you and I. If they have other options, they will not want to do themselves. So create jobs by making loan accessible to the CEOs who are inside there. And then this guarantee will gradually go down. But if there are no jobs, I can bet you they will go and do the guarantee. Thank you.
Please, we can do better. Let's go for you. Thanks so much. Thank you.
Say, you mentioned your name, a small portfolio for you.
So, my name is Patrick Yabua. I'm the head of marketing of Trillium Industrial Company Limited, producers of Vienna mineral water and other carbonated soft drinks. So, my question has to do with our water. Last January, I was privileged to. My wife is into NGOs and we went for a meeting in UK. And I think the current forestry director was part of that meeting. And in that meeting, it was said that those heavy metals in the water that is going into our water can take over 100 years. And recently, as a marketer, as a producer, the pressure that came on us as a company for water consumption increased so much. Why? Because those even in the hinterland that used to drink rivers are all fighting for bottled water, which was meant for probably the urban areas. Now, in the villages, we have the highest capacity in terms of water production, but we couldn't meet the demand. What are we doing to ourselves? That is the question. If we say the youth want job, that's why they are destroying our river bodies. I'm telling you, in near time we'll be importing water. I've seen the trend. We had a double-digit growth in demand we've never seen before. And this is going to come in the peak season again if we continue to destroy our water bodies. That's my suggestion. Thank you.
Good round for you. Thank you so much, sir. So the floor is being open for questions. Okay. We are looking for solutions. Yes. And questions are going to bring the answers.
Thank you. I said we are looking for solution, but we are still lamenting. The problem is that we all know the problem. How do we solve it? Calamity and the destruction of our lands and forests. Now, they are here, the custodian of the lands, even though government also have control over the natural resources, but the land belongs to the land. The question is, if you want to take the natural resources, you stay in Accra and decide on how the resources should be taken without recall the owner of the land. That type of decision, the natural decision, will not be helpful. Yes, heavy metal polluted water can take so many years to be cleaned, and if you have the capacity, to be very expensive. I do a lot of water engineering and water treatment. My PhD thesis was done at Ashanti, where I look at their tailing dam and the heavy metal accumulated, how to deal with them. Now, what the law says that if you are doing mining, your tailings after extraction of the gold should be kept in the system that cannot leak into the aquifer, the groundwater. So you have engineered tailing dam to keep that. And how do we see? Our people are unemployed. Somebody said because there's no job, that's why they are. Yes, it is true. If you are not provided means of survival, naturally people will find their own way of surviving. And any available opportunity to survive, it's life and death. You can't keep yourself hungry. So if I know, then look at those who are doing the eating. Do you think they want to be in the dirty water, the money area? No, nobody wants to do that. But it's our leadership, failure of our leaders, political, traditional, all of them. They failed the generation. That's why the theme for this particular meeting event is appropriate. How do we create businesses? If there are businesses, there are industries, our guys who want to work decently and decent income. Because there's was yesterday, there was a particular piece somewhere about 30 people trapped. I'm not sure whether they have been able to run. They know, they know by going underground they can die. That's why they want to go there and die because of survival. So let our leaders, Nananu and all, come together and help the young people. People want to work. The young guys are very energetic. They want access to great access to opportunities. Why can't we create opportunities for them? And to not be a one-day thing. Gradually, once we create opportunity, with time, we will see a reduction. The water bodies have been destroyed. The issue is that Ghana water is finding difficult to drink the water. Because if you remove the turbidity and make it clean, the heavy metal cannot be removed. The current treatment system, the facility they have cannot remove the heavy metal. That's arsenic, iron, manganese, all those ones, and they are carcinogenic. They cause cancer. That's why in the mining areas, people are delivering baby with one hand and other issues. So it's an issue. How do we solve it? We need to refer it. I mean, we need to stop it because we are already in the negative. We need to come up, zero ground, and begin to move up. So we need commitment from the government. You must do something with the situation within the mining communities. You must stop people temporarily from accessing those around and polluting the water. Then you need some buffer, some time for the system to regenerate itself. Until we do that, we are going nowhere. So we have to. So let's create a business. Take our guys from the forest, from the mining area, give them job to do, and they want to understand they will not go there. Thank you.
Good round for engineering. Thank you so much, sir. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Patrick, and my boss is Felix. We are from team programmers. I am a cybersecurity expert, and he is the team programmer. Anything you want to do on software, he will help you out. My question, engineer and doctor, how much time do I need to write a proposal that will win a contract? If you can help me on that angle, the two of you, how much proposal do I need to write to win a contract? Thank you.
The money for
So I'll start, I'll attempt to start, and then I see how polish it up. So how much time do you need to write a proposal that can win a contract? One, you should know what you're aiming for. So that's all right. Know what you're aiming for, meaning I'm a dentist. Okay. So if my proposal is to probably to Malaysia, for a lease on the land to set up a clinic or set up a hospital. My target then is which community, what am I going to do there, how much money I need. How much time will depend on you, because you should also know, you should have you should have done your research, okay, your demographics, you should have done your research, how much money you need for forecasting, so that you don't just put pen to paper and then write something which will go there and there are lots of potholes in this. Have you piloted it? What are your targets or targets population? What is the need of that population? Or you sat in your room and you assumed that they need this. Okay. So yes, that time will depend on you, I would say. When the document, the contract is reached, beyond your office and reached the quarters where it's supposed to be, there you probably then leave it to the panel to decide. In most cases, if you've really done a good job, you get there and all you be called to do is, okay, come and explain this line or come and sign this. Because it's so well explained, self-explanatory that you don't have to go back and forth. Case in point, I'll give give an example. Our clinic, we needed accreditation with one big government agency, I won't mention the name, and we had sent introductory letter, underground work, business proposal and stuff, and they needed to come and inspect our facility before they would agree to bring us our partners. And they didn't meet us when we were going to come. And fortunately or unfortunately, the day they came, I, as the leader of the facility, I wasn't in there was another branch. And they came to one branch. They just picked around when they came to one branch. And I just instructed my staff, okay, open up the space, let them inspect. Because at the back of our minds, we know that we are embarking on this journey. Every time T comes and K, somebody will come in to inspect, somebody will come in to ask questions. So you have done your homework down. So they came out, I don't even know who to inspect the place up to now. But the information I'm hearing is that they were impressed. See, that didn't mean, that impression on them did not happen because I sweet talk somebody. I didn't even know that I was another one working on the clients. And they came in our absence. And they did what they had to do, inspected our documents, inspected the chairs, facilities. They had their checklist. So see, it's the same thing. By the time we depend on you, you want it to get to the table and okay, will depend on your preparation. That's what I can say. See?
Okay, just to add to what my colleague said, you know, the first thing is to conceive the idea. What do you intend to do? And believe in yourself. Be confident and be positive-minded that you can do it. Now, you have to have what we call, there should be a vision that you have. And then I'm sure some of you, most of you know about the vision, mission, development goals and all that. So come out with the idea and then advice. Don't just go and write anything, because if you do and you take it to any organization, they will throw it into the garbage. They will throw it into the rubbish bin. So just make sure that you have the idea, you can share with somebody who is good in writing proposal and let them write it for you. Go through it, be convinced that whatever that you said they should do is exactly what has been done. Once you are convinced with that, sometimes, you see, you don't need a huge capital to start a business. And that is where most youth are getting it all wrong. You see, the youth of today will want to start running without learning how to crawl. Now you see, when you were a toddler, you started by crawling, and then later you stood up a bit. It's a process. Life is a process. So go through it systematically. When I started by establishing this organization that has seen us where we are today, it wasn't that easy. It took a lot of determination and perseverance. At a point in time, we had worked in one of the mine industry, but the guys had finished working with me, and we have not been paid. I have to go and truncate the education fund of my first daughter to be able to pay them. And that is how it is. You don't have to have a huge capital to start a business once you believe in what you want to do. Just believe in yourself. There's a saying that everybody who knows me and is close to me will tell you that I keep saying all the time, and it has helped me as a person all these days. I said, where determination exists, favor cannot dismantle the flag of success. If you are so determined to do something, just go for it. So the proposal can take a day or two, depending on how prepared you are and what you intend to do. Thank you.
So many answers out now. Say your name.
I'm Emmanuel Watson, Vice Chairman for Ghana Chamber of Commerce. I'm an investment banker. I think I'm trying to tackle the question my brother asked. The truth be told, how much do you need? Most Ghanaians want to operate the business by themselves. As a banker, most business want loans. It's not loan you need. Joint venture, equity. You have a business. Let me tell you, there's this fund, the German grant plus loan. The minimum they will give is £10 million. We have 6 selected countries. And for 6 years, no Ghanaian company even attempt to apply it. We went very, very far. So that's what I just want us to tune our mind. Is it a loan you want? Sometimes no. Sometimes you need equity. Sometimes you need joint ventures. No government can give us loan to expand our business. This happened about 100 years ago. So let's begin to rewrite our laws. No government. No government. It can never happen. I was in Canada last year, and even there, I was checking. I realized that there's a facility within Africa, 4 African countries, and Ghana was included. We don't research. So lack of knowledge, we think everything is known. So what I'm going to say, there are experts who knows these things. Engage them and be prepared to pay a fee. Last year we started with $2,000 because the minimum we wanted to do was about $1 million. Pay $5,000 commitment fee. One pay 500 Ghana cedis, 5,000 and 10,000. No one is ready to pay for professional fee, and the business will not grow. We have some for hospitals, we have some for agri-related businesses. So we should begin to rethink. That's just by the way. The first, like the second question, my second input on the earlier submission made was on Galamsey. In fact, I have a very good friend. Unfortunately, 2 of them are teachers. And their daughter, which is just 5 years, has leukemia, and they have to buy a medicine about 20,000 at a go. If you ask me any day, I will say the politician, the chiefs, and ourselves, we are not helping ourselves. If you go to cocoa growing companies, we are destroying cocoas and we are looking for gold. So if you tell me Ghanaians don't have jobs because they are doing this, no, it's just on the lower side. We have buildings, people are pulling their buildings down and they are looking for gold. So what are you telling me? It's just the mindsets. Do we think gold is what we need? Gold cannot change Ghana. We have to go into serious agriculture, go into serious manufacturing, and go into serious production. If you're not ready to do these things, then we will still be speaking the big English. Thank you.
Thank you, Vice Chair.
My name is Professor Frane. I'm the Vice Chancellor of Christian Service University. Business in Ghana. For several years, when you talk about problems and challenges of business, it was lack of capital, it was infrastructure, it was energy, maybe limited markets, and others. But in recent past, a big problem is emerging, and that is integrity and unethical behavior of workers. I mean, workers stealing at the job place, a lot of corrupt deals within the establishment, and entrepreneurs and owners of businesses are suffering. Please, has this been your experience? And if yes, how are you managing the integrity crisis at the workplace? Thank you.
I decided not to say anything so far that Galamsey issue is concerned. But 3 speakers have mentioned the name of Nanano. No. Nanano are not actively involved in the Galamsey issue. Those who buy the excavators, are they Nanano? They are the rich men in the society. Those paying, those people doing the Galamsey, are they not the rich men paying them? Who gives the concession? It's the government. They know that the land belongs to the chiefs. But what is beneath the land is for the government. So what can you do? You are there in the community and people will start mining. They have their documents. They only pay for the compensation for the farmers. So if we want to fight Galamsey, the chiefs should be actively involved. Because we are in the communities. They don't involve us. And they will be stopping Galamsey in the offices, in Accra and in Kumasi. Meanwhile, the Galamsey is being done in their community. So, the appeal is that we should stop mentioning the name of Nanano. We can't do that. We can't do that. We go to Amasia West and we have to come to Aramanta to buy water. As the engineer said, a time will come in the communities we won't get any potable water to drink. So, can they help the Nanano? Anywhere you go, tell the consumer that Nanano can be involved in the fight against Galamsey. And we are ready to help. Thank you.
Nanano are ready to fight against Galamsey.
So thank you very much, Prof. Your issue about integrity, it is real, and I'm sure almost everybody has experienced it. I'll share our little experience at our clinics. For us, what I do is one, as the owner, as the CEO, as the director, as the chief clinician, I lead by example. So some of the staff members are here. They will see me. I'll come to work even earlier than about 80% of the staff. They'll see me cleaning the walls. They'll see me cleaning the chairs. They'll see me cleaning instruments. Not because there's no one to do it, but you don't need to be on people's necks to do things all the time. Sometimes you just keep quiet and let them see you do it. Then they ask themselves, what's the person that you in your mouth? What's the person that cleaning in your office? Then they will not even wait for you to talk, because if you talk, the next moment meets me in the office. The next issue I'll talk about is we have made it clear to everyone that this business, though it's a sole proprietorship, it's a private business, this business is to serve Ghanaians and to serve anybody who enters the clinic. It's not for Dr. Aaron to take to his house. Even though he uses money, it is not for me to carry to my house. It is for you, the staff, it's for your relatives, it's for the stranger who walks in. So everything you do, make sure you are doing it with a mind that anybody can walk in. You don't know who you are treating. And you have treated people whose background we didn't know. Later we get calls, later we get reviews on Google, and then they're like, wow, we saw CBC. This child we saw, Another issues are our vision and our mission statement are clearly pasted on the walls. You, the staff, you must know them, so that you walk in line. I can't keep the vision in my mind alone and expect them to follow me like my shadow. I'm working with you arm in arm, and you must understand what I mean by client-centeredness. You must understand what I mean by professionalism. You must understand what I mean by respectfulness. There's a case we handled where one of our staff was stolen. Cases he wasn't supposed to do, he was doing it and pocketing the money. At least if you are doing it on a blind side, make sure you're doing the right thing, which means I don't have support. But you are doing it and you're still taking the money. Fine, take the money, you are not even recording anything in the receipt book. So I went unannounced to one of the branches to do my own internal audit. And then I noticed. Other staff were like, fire him, report to the police. I said, no, this is time to show leadership. I called him, I changed his branch and I brought him to where I'm mostly situated or where I mostly work, so that I can monitor him. And I told him, look, you are a good boy, you're doing something good. Something probably has happened for you to be doing procedures you're not supposed to do, and also taking monies you're not supposed to take. So please, how much money are you taking so far? He said, I said, look, I got the records. You bring as much as you can bring. I know you respect on your money. Bring what you can bring. I'm not sacking you. I want you to reform. Stay under me. And now, first the branch where he was close to his house, so he wasn't spending money on transport. Now he's traveling and spending money, and he was stealing it. 2 months down the line, he decided, oh, he's quitting. I said, I'm not sacking you. You are quitting. But make sure wherever you're going, you're going to do the right thing. That's it. And it was a message to the other staff. Not that I would condone or I'll be soft on pilfering and stealing, but it's to tell them that I'm watching everybody. And my staff, they all know I'm watching everybody. I'm here at Amojo, but I know what's happening in Bangkok. I know what's happening in Rome. Because AI, technology, CCTV cameras are all over the place. I have people monitoring, and I ask for this who report to me on a daily basis. So yes, integrity. One last thing before the senior comes in. What actually I would say as integrity yardstick for us is Ghanaians will come in and we are charging price X for a treatment. Cambodians can be Brazilians, Lebanese, Sao Tome, Principe, Americans, UK. We have lots of clients who come in. One thing I've told my staff is do not discriminate by the nationality. If I'm charging a Ghanaian 500 cedis for a procedure, I will charge the person, the other person 500 cedis. And when we do that, you realize for some reason we get a lot of expatriates. People even call from, let's say with somebody called from UK. He wants to come, he wants us to give him a letter to come. He said, no, we don't give a letter. You come and we'll treat you. We try not to discriminate, and that's key for us because if as soon as he comes, another person comes and we are charging based on the clothes he's wearing, or the perfume, or say, or as soon as he can't see, we are going to inflate prices. No. It's a big no for us. And the only young man will be there. So fortunately, once we are doing this, people go out there and they spread our name. Agencies come to us and we get good deals. We get people who come and they praise us. This award, I told many people, it was the same award in Accra, and for some reason I had to travel out to the country, so we got it. And Kumasi, they came to us again, but we cannot smoke and doing what we have to do. Making sure we are working. Yes, we are humans, we also make mistakes. But to be awarded just in Accra, we really know, and in Kumasi, we are being awarded again, right? Something is happening. We are probably doing something that people are noticing, to keep at it. So this is an encouragement to everybody else. Thank you.
Okay, so the little I will add to what my colleague said is that integrity is a canker in Ghana now. We lack it. And it is because we've now made it and accepted it as the lack of integrity as normal. It's now normal. I remember I went to a filling station to, fuel my vehicle. And then when I was done, having paid the fuel attendant, the next thing he asked was that, boss, me for receipt in amount, now our control, and I said, send a intro cheso. Then I asked him, but how much did I pay? And then the next thing was, Uni, sometimes we go on Obana said, catch any say, trash as well, and move for us on my view. You see, so such a young man, next time, has come to accept the fact that this is the norm for him to be able to get his business, because he doesn't also want his boss to fire him. So that is the problem. Now, there is this other issue where now you engage as an entrepreneur, you engage somebody, and then as soon as the business starts growing, the person thinks you are making too much money, and therefore will also want to make money. But the question I ask is, per your employment agreement, how much were you supposed to be paid? Did you agree that this is X amount of money you will be paid? So if the company is making profit, it's up to the management to decide if they want to give you bonuses or any other thing. You have no business or whatsoever thinking about how much the business is making for you to start doing pilfering and stealing. And that is another point where normal a connection, yes, a connection. So it is time we begin to accept the fact that if it is not yours, don't take it. What is yours is what you should manage with. Be content with what you have. Because Mr. A has made X amount of money or has a property, you don't know how he came by that. If we are all the same, we are all employed by the same employer, and we are on the same scale. When they pay us, excuse me, you don't know what I do with my money. Maybe every weekend you go to the nightclub and then you spend all your money. I have something I want to do with my money. I also go somewhere and then make sure that I keep the money because I have an ambition. I have something I want to do with my money. We can never be the same. So don't go and steal because you think someone is making it. Just be yourself, be content. And lastly, Mr. Banker, what I can say with what you said is that it's not easy here in Ghana for you to be granted a loan. When I started, I remember at a point in time we needed, we have to get a company that has just started. How do we even get an audited account? But they want an audited account. They want to know how much we have in our the properties, the assets that we have, and then there should be this collateral, there's that. And to me, it is killing the young man or woman who want to start a business. It is time our bankers begin to understand that they should support by coming out with some come up with a program, something that will let the less endowed who has a vision and has the talent to do something, to also start something. If not, you'll be driving all of us away and your monies will be sitting there and you won't be making any profit. So please think about that. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Dr. Engineer, for such a wonderful, insightful event. Ladies and gentlemen, at this season, I'm going to leave this podium for the one that we've always been waiting for. First set of awards. Our master of ceremony is here. Dr. me. Can you please join me here? So, yes. Dr. Engineer will be going around sharing contacts. Anyone who wants to get your contacts, we want to get one. 4 times. 2, 4.
Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, it's a wonderful evening. I believe you should give yourselves a round of applause. I was enjoying this so much, I just didn't even want to interrupt it in any way. But of course, it's the Ashanti Business Merits Awards. Tonight we're celebrating entrepreneurs, we're celebrating businesses that have distinguished themselves so well. It's best when you make kindly rights, you want your business card. I always say, in your business, the solution of the funds you are looking for is probably with the Vice Chairman of AGI. He knows Canada. So why don't you take 1 minute to steal the opportunity, meet somebody there, meet a banker there, or meet a company. You never know the people around your table, you know them already. With all humility, you are not supposed to, right? They can come and meet you anyway, but you are not supposed to. Can we all rise? Let's do this within 1 minute, and then we'll take our seats and we'll swing straight into the awards. There's also an opportunity to stretch, ladies and gentlemen. I have known and loved Prof. Afrani for so many years. This man trained us on Scripture Union, and today we are here as wonderful gentlemen. We're celebrating. And ladies and gentlemen, several personalities also. If you have your business card, kindly share with some personalities who are gathered here. Tonight we are happy to let you know that the Supreme Court Bank is here. Indeed, Ashley Fashion School is here. Lancaster Hotel is hosting us. Oxford Institute of Business and Journalism, training journalists like me are here. And several other business direct material supplies limited, Akoma luxury apartments, ladies and gentlemen. Tonight, share a bit of information about you with all the wonderful guests that we have in the house. We've not forgotten UBX Limited and then Jabez Farms, ladies and gentlemen. Let's celebrate. Rainbow Recovery and Rehabilitation Center. The Ulinasi, we welcome you, ladies and gentlemen, to the Ashanti Business Merits Awards. At this moment, you may kindly return to your seats for us to commence with the awards presentation. Of course, tonight time is fast spent. There will be dinner also. So you will take your seats now. And let us officially go out with the program. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, you may take your seats. It's an honor to be here, ladies and gentlemen, esteemed business leaders, partners, and friends. We welcome you all tonight to the prestigious Ashanti Business Merits Awards. Tonight is a night where we shine the in business across the Ashanti region and beyond. Ladies and gentlemen, tonight we gather not only to celebrate success, but to recognize the remarkable individuals and enterprises who have worked hard and vision are shaping the economic future of the Ashanti region. We celebrate all of you, ladies and gentlemen. And once again, we say Akwaba to every one of you. Ladies and gentlemen, if we network, then you may kindly take your seats for us to officially roll out with the second part of the program, which is the awards. I shortly wanted to confer with the Secretariat, reason why I have allowed the cultural troupe to play for just 1 minute. 1 minute. So I'll touch base with the Secretariat on our readiness. We allow the cultural troupe to play for 1 minute. 1 minute. This is beautiful, and it will forever be captured in our documentaries. In fact, Business Executive travels across not the world, across the globe. So we'll take this wonderful, rich culture of the Ashanti region to the rest of the world. Ladies and gentlemen, the night is fast spent. At this moment, we want to swing straight into the awards. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm happy to bring in Utufros in Kwantakesihine himself to come and help us with the first batch of presentation. Nana Wachi, Yam Abiyo. No, I didn't hear you. I want you to come with some energy. You believe in your business. You know what you've done. You know the solutions you've created. Can you mention the name of your business? That shows how ready we are. It shows how ready we are. Ladies and gentlemen, will not take much of your time at all. But before I go on, so May Ashanti Media, they took up the mantle while it's on our way. Please let's give them a round of applause. Prince and your team, we salute you. What she said, may Ashanti for Ashanti didn't wait for anybody. If you're not coming, we'll do our things and we'll do it better. Let's give ourselves a round of applause, please. Alright, so nice position. We are moving straight into the award categories. Now maybe let me seek your advice. Omochi ame momo kasa kakra ana bia santi ene no maru. Baba comment.
We say sacrum for solely free. We begin no sacrum.
So Nana has permitted. Please, now one because you know, but people like the paper. So I show 3 pages. So please, so just 30 seconds to let us know you are here and how you appreciate the award so that we can go on time. Alright, so ladies and gentlemen, not to take much of your time. Tonight, we are celebrating for the first award, Premium Benchmark in Industrial Engineering Services. Ladies and gentlemen, first award goes to Direct Material Supplies Limited. Alright, so ladies and gentlemen, let's go on. Tonight, after Premium Benchmark in Industrial Engineering, let's now celebrate Best Luxury Hospitality Experience. fact, open hospitality experience, that's where you gotta be. Best luxury hospitality experience tonight goes to Makoba Luxury. Photographers, kindly direct so that we can get the best of shots. Okay, please fill in. I expect official photographers to help position everybody. Thank you very much. Thank you so much.
This one is very short. Good evening once again, Nanano and distinguished guests. So it looks like all the extra pillows, the scented candles, and the 24/7 smiles at Makoba Luxury Apartment finally has paid off. In fact, our journey hasn't been easy, and we want to thank God and our cherished guests. We pray that all the corporate institutions will one day have a feel of the kind of hospitality we have or we give at Makoba. Thank you and God bless you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, we're grateful. We'll switch on to the next. Or three before that, who's speech I don't know to be who the speech back. That's very short. Actually, 30 seconds. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll move on. We have celebrated Best Luxury Hospitality Experience. We now move on to excellence in financial services and corporate governance. You need that money. You need that financial support. Ladies and gentlemen, if you are ready, help me celebrate for excellence in financial services and corporate governance. We celebrate Okotobi Ruaba Year. And obviously, where the commercial banks will not provide the family, the rural banks are saying, don't worry, please come, and we will be here to provide that funding for them. Congratulations, Dr. Green. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going very fast. And like we keep saying, it's such an honor having Nana Abadio himself doing the first batch of presentation for us. We also want to celebrate Dr. Aaron Sowa Anyete Anum. Doctor, thank you very much for holding the conference parts for us. So we celebrate, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Anthony Montfort, who is ready.
Hello, distinguished guests. The Rural Bank is very grateful for this award. And we also promise to provide excellent service to our providers and our customers. Thank you very much for that.
Thank you so much. And what they are saying is, who is can be a double financial? Who is to be a joint as shareholder? Take the money there, let them take the funds around for. So thank you. Nana has taken a seat, so we want to Mr. Mike Agbeshi Echampon to join us at this moment to do the next batch of presentation. While engineer comes in, ladies and gentlemen, I want to celebrate my CEO, Baroness Dr. Paulette Oro. Ladies and gentlemen, she is a global icon, a woman who has brought many to international platforms. Under her umbrella, ladies and gentlemen, we have the Ghana Industry CEOs Awards, we have the Corporate Ghana Hall of Fame Award, and we have the Northern Business Merits Award. We are partaking in the Ashanti Business Awards, Ashanti Merits Business Awards, and we are not only settled in Ghana. We are across the world. The Africa UK Conference Award, the Business Executive Excellence Awards, we have the Africa Ambassadorial Title Conference Awards. I'll come back and mention a few more. But CEO, we celebrate you tonight. Can you write? Decorated in an Ashanti outfit. Let's give her a round of applause, please. Creating several employment opportunities for most young youth in the country. We're ready to continue, and here we have excellence in engineering and project delivery services. Ladies and gentlemen, so let's move on. We're celebrating excellence in engineering and project delivery services. Tonight, we're honoring Multi-Prestige Engineering and Consultancy Limited. And that is the name. Multi, congratulations. Well, let's give it up for Multi. Congratulations. Tonight's Multi-Prestige Engineering and Consultancy Limited won excellence in engineering and project delivery service. And we say, are you cool to them? Oh yes, show it if you want to. I'm sure the comments catch it. He said he didn't catch it, yeah.
Tonight we thank everybody for supporting us as an organization, especially to Newmont, African, Uncle Gold, Ashanti, Prep, and then Metsoga, and then to all our employees who has made it possible for us to be here tonight. Thank you very much.
Multi-Prestige Engineering and Consultancy is saying thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, let's now go on to the most outstanding private university. Hey, we're looking at higher level education, and this award goes to Christian Services University. I told you earlier on, Prophet Sami has trained all of us in Scripture Union. Asante for Scripture Union. Let's give him a round of applause. I'm not surprised he is doing this in the Ashanti region, of course, through the prestigious Christian Service Universities. Christians need to aspire higher in higher education, and good training and discipline needs to come through for all of us. Congratulations, Christian Services University. Prophesying something shortly after the photos to you.
We are grateful first to God
I'm also grateful to the organizers for counting us worthy for this award. Christian service will stand for excellence and integrity. There are many institutions of higher learning in Ghana, and they are doing very well. But we go the extra mile to bring in excellence and integrity. We have many courses. You or your staff, your relatives can choose. Please choose us, and you'll never regret. Thank you.
Thank you so much. It's such a delight seeing you. Like we said, right from our secondary level, the imbibed scripture union in all of us, and that has guided us to today as we go around our career. Ladies and gentlemen, so away from this prestigious private university, we are here to celebrate premium benchmark in educational consultancy. So still celebrating education, and this prestigious award goes to one-time educational consult. OTEC is the name. OTEC, congratulations. Let's give it up for OTEC as they comes in. Oh, it's symbolic for the patriotic and all the symbolic. So much. Congratulations. And here we receive them to come and share a word with you.
Thank you very much to the organizers. Thank Almighty Allah for making today possible. One-time educational consult, we are ready to provide educational solutions both internally and externally. One-time educational consult, we are at Tech Naija. So anytime you come there with educational program, we'll be able to help you out. Thank you all, everybody here.
Thank you so much. One-time educational consult. Engineer, thank you so much. We are grateful that you helped us complete the first batch of presentation. At this moment, ladies and gentlemen, I'll go back and celebrate Nana Kwame Among Tufos Chumwa Kwesi Hene. Please let's welcome him with a round of applause as he comes in to support me with the next batch of presentation. Fortunately, Nana, my drummers have shifted off a little bit to stretch, but kindly bear with us. Royalty is looking beautiful tonight, and like we mentioned, the typical Ashanti culture is at its best tonight. Don't worry, we'll take care of it. I am happy to mention that several media houses are here, including my own television station, GH1 TV. GH1 TV also has Star FM, and so we are glad that a lot is being covered live. All the media houses are here in their numbers, and we celebrate their presence. Ladies and gentlemen, it's now time for me to bring outstanding performers in healthcare delivery. Ladies and gentlemen, is it about healthcare? And tonight we celebrate Metro Health Services. Metro Health Services, congratulations for all you're doing. Tonight we say, are you equal to you? Nara is here to hand over your award to you. Metro Health Services, following outstanding performance in healthcare delivery. Are you equal? The performance from user side, please. Thank you. Tonight, your hard work has paid. Kindly move closer so that the photographer can capture all. We appreciate you moving very fast and join me so that we can enjoy this
for this opportunity. Our message is to provide comprehensive care with a passion for excellence. And that's what we do at Metro Health. We are grateful to our patients who cannot keep quiet about our services and are the sole message that goes out. We don't even go anywhere, but the care we do goes out. Thank you to our staff for what you do. Thank you.
It comes as no surprise that tonight they have been recognized. Oh, you have to stay on for me a little bit, please, with all humility, Your Royal Majesty. Alright, so at this moment, let's move on very quickly so that now we'll not be here and stretching for too long. We are celebrating Best in Financial Intermediation. When it comes to financial intermediation, oh, they are there to support you. That financial mediation from that woman who needs that help. Ladies and gentlemen, Best in Financial Intermediation goes to Subin Akwaboso, Rural Bank PLC. Subin, you are in the making tonight. You are being celebrated tonight. We say, I go to you. It looks beautiful, ladies and gentlemen. And the Ashanti Business Merits Award tonight, we're celebrating none other than Subin Akwaboso, Rural Bank PLC. Please kindly move in. Turning around their profit margins, supporting the unbanked, and introducing more products to the non-bank financial services. Ladies and gentlemen, tonight we celebrate Subin Akwaboso Rural Bank PLC for winning Best in Financial Intermediation. I go to you.
Thank you. We as our bank, Subin Akwaboso Rural Bank PLC, we are grateful tonight, and we are grateful to dedicate this award to our customers, our management, our staff, and our able directors, and our shareholders. We thank you so much.
One to be a shareholder. We see that how many years the baby drop. Now, I finish one on my profit. Ladies and gentlemen, now we look at premium benchmark in forest policy and management. Forest policy and management is with them. Ladies and gentlemen, help me celebrate right here in the Ashanti region. Tremendous Ghana for winning premium benchmark in forest policy and management. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're here, help me salute Tremendous Ghana. Okay, so we move on. This day will be presented in the office. Now let's celebrate most outstanding in restorative dentistry. Restorative dentistry. Mr. will say, Kakebia Mahua. A mountain is through a baby, and then in Krofa, or my country was sending man, almost saying, it's BBA, only on could be some. Tonight we are honoring, ladies and gentlemen, for most outstanding in restorative dentistry, and this goes to Sage Dental Clinic. Sage! Oh, you are giving us a better. Dr. Aaron, Soma, and the time. Dr. West, one of the finest stars you can get. Please, kindly, let's celebrate him with tea. Let alone the giant who travel the that's why let me say, and then you feel the other. It's the AI crab, and they are it's a call. Body any trust one here. Unka, don't have a shame why they come, a feeling of every level.
I'd like to say a big thank you to God Almighty for the journey He's brought us on and through, and continues to bring us. We are grateful to our families because they have given us the opportunity to away from them and work hard. Grateful also to our clients, past clients, present clients, future clients. Thank you all very much.
Thank you so much, Doctor. Ladies and gentlemen, for some of you, one pair said, Mummabi, Anna, Ebusiafobi, Ebaba, journalist, Etisepe, Nana, Barulan Walker, every Omo. So wait till I'm back in crime. Fiduakase Institute of Journalism. Ashanti, you can equally get one that will support you. And make case you will pick not only the ones that have gone to the premier universities. Based on your skill, you can work with us. So ladies and gentlemen, for tonight, most outstanding in professional business training. Most outstanding in professional business training. And this goes to Oxford Institute of Business and Journalism. Oxford Institute of Business and Journalism. If we are here, let's give them a round of applause. Oh, tonight, if you know that institution and they are not here, tell them they missed. Say their advantage of the suite. They really needed this information to help their campaign. Indeed, it's not so good that they are not here. Anyway. Alright, so ladies and gentlemen, let's go on. Celebrating most publicly visible organization. Yes, to the public, you are out there. Your brand is visible. And that's why tonight we're celebrating you. Most publicly visible organization goes to Trillium Industries Company. Trillium! You are visible. Thank you so much. Congratulations, Trillium. The water you are drinking, can you raise it and tell me what's the name of the water? Better. Is that for 12? I'll see you one on way. They provided all of us water tonight. Let's give them a round of applause. Congratulations.
Thank you so much, Nana. This award goes to the hardworking sales team of Trillium Industrial Company Limited. Their night travels has paved way for people to see us everywhere we go. And we recently introduced a new premium water, which is the Rusa water by Vera. It's one of our flagship products. I want you to have a taste and then see the difference. And you yourself will know that indeed the hard work of our brother, our quality assurance manager is still in place. God bless you and continue to progress. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Professor Tosia Nawato Fenda from Trillium Industrial Company. Once again, congratulations. Ladies and gentlemen, away from most publicly visible organization providing us with water tonight, let's celebrate most outstanding in metal fabrication. Ladies and gentlemen, they are not only for the Ashanti region, they champion their duties in West Africa. We have B5 Plus Group tonight. If B5 Plus is here, we celebrate you for your hard work. Mike Takwani should be very happy, and indeed, and I want to say something about this group. So even though present in the Ashanti region, they fly the flag of Ghana throughout Africa. Everywhere you go, they are supplying steel, they are supplying metals, and of course, they are doing well in the industrial areas. Congratulations, B5 Plus. We say, I go to you. Congratulations. They will have a word for us shortly after receiving the awards. Mukesh Samuani, wherever he is tonight, should be very proud.
Thank you so much, everyone. And we couldn't reach here without you guys' support and everything. So whatever we are going for, we are going for India also this. Thank you so much.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's give them a round of applause. Nana, please, let's do a few more. People are happy when Omuchimiano, Momo picture. Yeah, pictures go office is needed. When you Nana, you are trying to crowd, yeah, I could be in one of the Fantastic, I'm happy that you are doing this for me. Alright, so ladies and gentlemen, away from B5 Plus, Mr. Ramo, say to me, Koi Asum Asante Mainia, Eyamoposim Amoye. Ladies and gentlemen, most outstanding hotel brand of the year tonight goes to Lancaster Hotel. Lancaster. If you are someone can't tell that must surprise you. They didn't know they're doing this. I'm sure they'll be coming into a packet. So please let's not be in a rush. I surprised them. We were looking out for them. Lancaster, okay, their leaders will be coming shortly. Please, we didn't tell them we wanted to surprise them, but scouted, and obviously when it comes to